Hi everyone, my name is Desiree Callison and today I'm going to show you how to get this eye look using Wet n Wild eyeshadows. So let's begin. Okay, first I start off with a damp beauty blender and then I'm using my Maybelline concealer and that's what I use to prime my eyes. So a little bit on each eye. Blend it in, and I like to do my eyes before I do my face. That way if you have any fallout, you can just wipe it away before you put all your foundation, everything on. If you have your foundation on and you forget to do your eyes first, or you just like to do your eyes after you do your foundation, another trick is to put some translucent powder underneath your eye, like you're setting your eye. Just put a bunch of that underneath it so then you can wipe away if you have any fallout. So after I get my concealer on my eyes, then I take a little bit of my translucent powder, and I like to use the Laura Mercier and just put it all over the lid. This helps to set the concealer. Gives a better foundation for you to do your eyeshadows. Of course, you could take, if you were doing an all-over color, you could take that one, whatever works for you. And I'm using Morphe M441. I'm going to take this Wet n Wild Nude Awakening palette, and I'm going to go into this shade here and go on my lid with light motions, like windshield wiper motions, and go just above my crease. Okay, and next, same palette, I'm going to take this color here, and same thing, just above the crease, just blending it in. I'm going from corner to corner because we're going to be covering our whole lid today. Now after I take that shade, I'm going to go into it with, this is the Wet n Wild Bare Necessities palette, and I'm going to go into it with this brown. Just a little bit of it. It's pretty pigmented, the brown is, so I just take a dab of it. Same brush. And this I'm focusing a little bit more in the crease as opposed to up above the crease. It's going to help create our transition. So after I have these colors blended out in my crease, now I'm going to go back into the Wet n Wild Nude Awakening palette. And I'm going to use my Morphe M433 and pick up some of this like mauve color and go into the same area and go from corner to corner. And this doesn't matter how far you get it down because we're going to end up covering the whole lid anyways. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Morphe E22 and just blend it out, make sure there's no harsh edges. Okay, so after you have those transition colors down, now we're gonna go to the main lid color. And for that, I'm using this Wet n Wild palette. It's the Comfort Zone. And most of these colors are pretty nice, but the main reason that I got this palette is because of this shade here. And I saw Kathleen Lights went over it, I believe on her Snapchat, about this palette, and it's a beautiful color. It's $5 at Walmart. I'm sure you can get it at any other drugstore. And this color, it's really stunning. So this is what we're going to use on our lids. So I'm going to use this Luxie 223. It's a short shader brush. And I really like to use this to smudge out my bottom line, but it's good for packing as well. It's got a really short bristles on it. So we're going to take that really pretty color and we're just going to pack it on our lids. As you can see, it's like a two-toned purple, mauve, green. It's very pretty. So then with shades like these, I also like to just take my finger and take a little bit of the product and go over it. Sometimes it helps to keep some of that luminescence on it. So after we're done with that, I like to go back in with the Morphe E22 and just make sure again that everything is blended out. Okay, and that is the eyeshadow look. Okay, so I went ahead and finished my face off except for the last bit of the eyes. I like to do the bottom portion of the eyes and the eyeliner last. So I'm going to go in with this Smoky Eye Pen by Radial. It's another thing that I got out of my Ipsy, and it's a really nice black eyeliner. So, and it's just in black. I'm going to do that on the underneath part, on your waterline. I'm going to go back into the Nude Awakening and pick up that burgundy color again. And I'm going to use the Luxie brush and go underneath the waterline. Keep it kind of tight underneath there. And then I'm going to take that main color on the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone, that really pretty color we put all over our lid, and we're also going to put that underneath your waterline, and then I'm going to smoke that out a little bit. So after I get my eyelids done and underneath my waterline, I like to add just a pop of highlight in my inner corner and on my brow bone. In this Comfort Zone palette, they did add a couple of pretty brow bone highlights. They're just a little, this one's a little dark and this one's a little too yellow for the color that I like. So I'm going to go in with my Bare Minerals Moonlit powder. And it's a really pretty highlighting powder, eyeshadow. And I'm going to put that in the inner. This just adds a little more light to your eyes, especially if you have, if you're doing like a dark smoky eye or something like that. After I put on some mascara and some lipstick and gloss, this is the final product. I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and if so, come back and see me again. Thanks!